Alright, so I'm going to try to film this a different way, just in case I don't like that other one. We're just going to really quickly go over some tips and tricks. Sorry the sun, I don't know if maybe I can like block it out a little bit. I don't know, the sun's kind of crazy, but I want to do just like a little video about Instacart. I just got done shopping. I'm at my doctor's appointment and I'm just waiting to go inside, and so I thought maybe I could just like sit here. We could do like some tips and tricks on, you know, how to increase your speed and stuff. So the very first tip that I have is the insulated bags. I have them right here. I'm not gonna pull them out because that would be a whole ordeal, but anyway, Instacart makes you have insulated bags, and so you have to have these bags to shop, and if you don't, they don't let you pick up hours, and so you can either buy them on your own or you can buy them through Instacart. If you buy them through Instacart, they're like $26 for 4, so I suggest trying to find some on your own that are just cheaper, because if you don't use them, it's just a waste of money. But yeah, what I actually use more is this crate right here, and you can like collapse it. You can see right there, like you can just kind of, and these sides fold in, and that you can fit like 6 or 7 bags in. So once I bought those insulated bags, I used those for a while, but now I'm more in to using these crates because I can fit so much more in, and it's just way easier for me to take stuff inside with that. A lot of people ask me questions about the dress code. There is no Instacart dress code. You just kind of have to know what, you know, somebody just got pulled over in this parking lot. You know, you just have to be aware of it, and you know, I wouldn't wear anything super, you know, I don't know, I would just be modest about it. You know, I usually wear like yoga pants, a pair of boots, and a sweatshirt, and during the summer I'll wear like tennis shoes, a longer pair of shorts, and a t-shirt. If you live somewhere where it gets like really hot, I live in Seattle, so it doesn't really ever get like super hot here, so a t-shirt always works. But if you work somewhere that's, you know, hot, wear a tank top. I would just wear one that, you know, it's not super low cut, and maybe it's like a little thicker on the you know, sleeves, I guess. For shifts longer than like 3-ish hours, I would always bring food with you, just because you're gonna get hungry. You don't really get breaks or anything, and so it is important to have food with you, so that way you're not getting cranky or, you know, lightheaded. Just make sure to take care of yourself as well, because I know a lot of times it can get away from you and you're just like going and you don't eat, and you know, it's not good. So I take a drink with me, usually in a hydro flask. I just have like the Starbucks cup today because it was only a couple hours, and then I just keep like granola bars and chips and stuff in my car, and then usually I'll bring something else with me as well. So now with this new earning system, they also changed the badge acceptance sheet, like page, and so you can scroll through what this person's ordering beforehand. And so I scroll through and I just kind of get an idea of what they are ordering, so that way if they are ordering one specific thing down one item, I can just go there before I swipe it. You know, if like I just see that they have like a lot of fruits and veggies, I go to the produce section, I grab a bunch of bags, and then I get started. Then I start shopping. The second you start shopping, your timer starts, and so you have to try to chop, and if you don't do that, which I do it anyway, even when I look at it before, I go through the shopping list, I scroll through the whole thing. Instacart puts it in order, but that's not always 100% right. Like sometimes it will be like, there will be a produce item at the bottom, but usually it's at the top, and so just scroll through the whole thing to make sure you're not having to backtrack. So with that, with produce, strawberries, blueberries, raspberries, blackberries, anything like that, when you scan it, it will most likely say that it's a wrong item. make sure that you have the same size and the same product that they want, that's the same price, and then force it through, because for some reason the berries just don't register right and it will be a pain. But if you like have to like, you know, do the replacement, because then you might have to call them and explain to them they're still blueberries but like it's the same product, so just force it because it is what they're ordering. Don't be afraid to turn down batches. That's something that I kind of used to be super afraid of. I would never turn down a batch because I just felt like it wasn't right. I had to take every single batch, but that's not true at all. You can decline batches. Don't be afraid to do so, because some of them just aren't worth your time. If you have to drive half an hour for $13, it's not worth your time. So don't be afraid to decline those. I know they say that it's bad for your acceptance rate, because it is, but at the end of the day, I just would take them, because, I mean, I would just decline them if it's not, because I would just take the hit to your acceptance rate and move on, because it's not that big of a deal. Go to the bathroom before you start shopping. For me, I go, except for at Costco, I go after I'm done shopping, but never go while your timer is running, because that's just a total waste of time. Wait, go to the bathroom, and then start your timer. Just a little tip. I don't know. I know a lot of people you'll just like hold it. I know for me, I'm just like, I can get one more batch in, but don't do that, because like you might get stuck in traffic. Just go. Like, it's not that big of a deal. It takes you like a minute. It's just, don't deprive yourself of going to the bathroom. Don't deprive yourself of food, water, anything. Like, it's not that important. Keep your receipts. That's something that Instacart doesn't really make very clear that you have to do, but you have to do. I've heard of people getting their accounts suspended because they don't keep their receipts and they give it to the customer. You can just throw them away, or you can keep them. I suggest keeping them, because I know a lot of people have had the problem of Instacart wrongly accusing them of like adding stuff in. So if you have the receipts to prove that you don't, it will help you a lot. So I just keep all of my receipts. I honestly have like 99% of them. Some of them get lost, it happens. Just make sure the customer doesn't end up with it, because Instacart is very serious about that. Keep your phone charged at all times. I keep a phone charger in my car. When I'm driving, I always have it plugged in. Otherwise, have a portable with you. I have a portable in here as well, just in case I forget to charge it or like something like that. Always have your phone charged, because you are relying on your phone for this job. And so if your phone isn't charged, you can't do it. So that's just really important. Portables you can get for like $10, and it will be really helpful. Okay. So now we're going to talk about the earning system a little bit. I have about 6 minutes. The earning system is brand new. It's, you know, you have like your batch incentive, and then you get like different things. I could do a whole other video about this, I think, because this doesn't have anything to do with tips, but the new earning system is a problem for a lot of people. But the one tip I'll give to you about it is, now it gives you that like pay transparency or whatever they call it. Take advantage of that and turn down batches that you don't find worth it. And what you also know now is how, like, what kind of items they have. So if they have like 10 waters in a batch, don't take it. Like, you know, like now you can know what they're ordering before you go take it. And that's really important, because before, one time I had a Costco order that was one item, 20 units. And when I got there, they were all waters. And so I called and I'm like, yeah, I can't do this. And so it's definitely like, you know, like good to be able to turn those things down now. So don't, you know, maybe I'll do a whole other video about the earning system, because the earning system is so different now. But yeah. A lot of people ask if Instacart is worth it. I think it is. as long as you play your cards right. Like, if you have to drive half an hour to make $13, no, it's not worth it. But if you have to drive 5 minutes to get $10, then yeah, I think it's worth it. Especially if that only is going to take you half an hour to do, then you can get another one and you're doing $20 an hour. Or that one might have a good tip and be 15, so you're making 25 an hour. I think it's worth it. I think that there's a lot to it to say, is it worth it? Is it a full-time job? Like, should you rely on it? Probably not. It's not, I don't know. It's kind of hit or miss, because some days you might not get any batches. Some days you might get terrible batches. This guy's definitely judging me right now. But sometimes you might get no batches, and sometimes you might get terrible batches, and you might not make a lot of money in a week. So it's definitely a good side hustle. Or if you're just looking for some more spending money, like that's me. Like, I live at home with my parents and I'm in school right now. And so it's just a way for me to earn some extra cash for spending money, for vacations, for concerts, all that good stuff. And I'm not like having to like rely on it to like pay my rent or pay my electricity bill, my car insurance, because all of that's being paid for. So it's definitely a good side hustle. And if you want just like a part-time job, then absolutely. But you know, you don't get like benefits or anything. So if your spouse or your parents have health insurance and stuff, then yeah, it's the perfect job for you, really. A lot of people ask how much I make, which I think some people might find kind of rude to ask somebody that, but I don't really care. This is just, you know, Instacart. It depends. I usually make, if I work a 15-hour week, which is about my average, I work in between 15 and 20. It just kind of depends on the week. Some weeks I work none if I have like a really busy week or I'm gone or something. That's the other really amazing thing about Instacart, is I can like travel, and like if I just have like a ton of homework, I don't have to work that day. That's what's amazing about Instacart. But anyway, how much I make. If I work in a 15-hour shift, I typically make about 300, or 15-hour shift, a 15-hour week, I typically make in between $250 and $350. $350. I don't know why I said it like that. But yeah, so you definitely make good money with Instacart. You're not, I mean, you are putting a lot of wear and tear on your card. That is before taxes. So I would put aside a certain amount of money for taxes. I haven't done taxes with Instacart because I've only been shopping this year. But your mileage, keep track of that, because that will be really important for your taxes. But yeah, I mean, $350 is like an average week for me. Sometimes there's bonuses, sometimes there's not. It just kind of depends. It depends on what customers you get, which tips they give you, if you go to Costco a lot, if you go to, it all just depends. It's so hit or miss, but if I work a 15-hour week, I've never made more than $250. I mean, never made less than $250 in a 15-hour week. But yeah, I think that is everything I can think of right now. If you guys have any questions, feel free to ask them down below. I do think I might do like a whole other video about my ideas about the earning system, because I know so many people, everybody has their own opinion about it. It's a big topic in the Instacart community right now about whether or not this earning system is like okay, or I think most people don't like it, but you know, whether or not they're gonna stop shopping for Instacart or something. So if you guys do want to see like what the new earning system is and what I think about it, then let me know. I think I'm gonna do that. And then also, if you have any other questions for that video, please let me know, because you know, I'm not like a senior shopper. I don't know, like I haven't been doing this a long time, but I've been doing this about a year. And so over the course of a year, you definitely learn a lot about it. You just pick up new things, your speed, it gets better, and all that good stuff. So yeah, I think that is everything. If you guys liked this video, please give it a thumbs up, and again, comment down below any questions. And also, if you are an Instacart shopper, comment down below where you guys shop and if you guys like it or not, and let me know your side of the learning system if you want. And that is everything, and I will see you guys in the next video. Bye.